What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Black Sheep Family and Autism. My name's Nicole. If you're new here, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, be down with the gang. Go ahead, subscribe, join the family, get you some popcorn, chill, whatever. I just did a video about Drake Little Boy, y'all. It's probably all over the place. Well, it is all over the place, but I hope you guys can gather what I'm saying with the video. Yeah. But y'all, I almost forgot about my kabacha, and I understand. You ever try to drink pretty without getting the whatchamacallit, your lipstick, smear or lip gloss or whatever you got on? That's what you just witnessed. So this video is a reaction video to Strongmommy Chrissy or whatever, her whole move with reactors, I'm saying, because I normally don't watch reactors just because, and what made me watch them is Chrissy. Like, Chrissy really be making y'all famous. Like, if y'all don't put Strongmommy Chrissy in y'all captions, your video will literally get no views. But that's no here nor there. Some of y'all are just reactors to Chrissy and my jazzy life or my jazzed up life. Yeah, that's sad. But had it been for like Jasmine and Christina, y'all wouldn't have content to even put on y'all channel. Like, I don't even understand, because, and then the people that be hating on Jasmine, I don't understand why y'all don't just hit that girl up and ask her to do a shout out for y'all. Like, I promise y'all can afford it. Like, if you was doing, and then we in quarantine, so I mean, come on now. And I think Chrissy did a shout out for me too. So I mean, I'm just, if y'all hit these people up, that will help y'all with y'all platforms. All you gotta sit here and do is ask them to, hey, make sure you mention that in the beginning of your video and not the end, not the middle, not none of that. Ask them to do it in the beginning. With Chrissy, I didn't ask her that because I really didn't know to ask her that until I started like actually doing it with different people besides Jasmine. So, and Jasmine, she always do it with no problem in like the beginning of the video. But just email them and ask them to do a shout out for you. Like, that's simple. Like, if you want to every month pay them a certain amount to shout you out, to put you, come up with a budget and ask them to help you promote your channel. You don't have to sit here and talk about nobody. Like, I don't understand that. Like, make this make sense, because y'all wouldn't even have a YouTube. Y'all, they are the reason why some of y'all are even making a check. Like, and that's just on period. That ain't no shade. That ain't no hate. That's just true. Like that. I don't even get it. And then I don't even get why people watch people that they don't like. But y'all watch people that y'all don't like and say the shit that y'all say, so y'all can come up on y'all channel and make a reaction video to it and talk shit about somebody. Like, your whole life, you just a low vibrational ass being to sit here and want to just talk negative about somebody. Like, I don't understand that. Like, I don't get that. Me, on the other hand, I gotta just give her her 10s, because ain't no fucking way in hell that I can do 8 kids, 9 kids. I say that now, but yeah, I have did childcare work and kids and their parents and stuff like this and all that. Like, all these kids running around at once. Like, no ma'am, no ham. Like, Like, I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. Like, I say that maybe because I don't have that many kids, because I had like. Yeah, when Carter and Crystal come over here, like, it'd be a lot when Carter and Crystal come over here. So I can't imagine doing it +4 or +5 more. Like, her name is Strongmommy Chrissy for a reason, because ain't no way in here. My patience is like this thing. Like, but I know that comes with like good home training. Like, you get home, as long as your kids got good home training. I'm not saying that it's impossible, but it's just, yeah, got my tubes tied. I don't want no more kids. I don't want to have some more kids if I get an IVF. And how Jaxon and Julian be getting on my nerves. Y'all see that I ain't popped no more out. How you doing? But y'all, like, I'm just gonna cover some of the topics or whatever. I'm trying to not make this video long, but I'm just trying to cover the topics that I have seen the reactors talking about. First thing first, she got put out her house or whatever. The first thing that come to my mind is she got put out her house or whatever because she couldn't pay the rent. No, baby, that's not necessarily what happened. Like, I don't know fucking Chrissy or Jasmine like that. Like, I don't know them like that. But I can say that I was once in a same position that Chrissy was saying, like, when people just refuse your rent and then you have to find somewhere else to stay. Like, I have been put in that same predicament or a similar predicament, and it's like, nigga, this not even fucking legal, and it don't be legal. But by the time you go to court, when they show up to your door with their sheriff or whatever, and by the time you go to court, all your shit would have been left, all your stuff would have been gone, and then you would be going to court to sue them for whatever you had that was worth. Like, y'all, when we stayed in these apartments, we got cool with somebody like in the office. I'm not gonna say their name or nothing like that, but we got cool with somebody in the office, and a person that works in the office, and the person was like, dude, they showing up with the sheriffs and just people babies and this, that, and the third. Like, they say one thing, and when new management did this and new management did that, old management did this, old management did that, these people can't do nothing but grab their kids and nothing else. And the apartments lock the door, take all their stuff out, throw it in the trash, don't let these people get their stuff. And it wasn't even just like everybody, it was like people that looked like this couldn't get their stuff and they just had to get the fuck out, versus other people, y'all gave them a few hours to get their stuff when y'all showed up with the police, instead of just knocking at the door, hey, you gotta go. And legally they can do that, but by the time you go to court, your living room set, your dining room set, your kids' clothes, your kids' toys, your kids' diapers, all of this food, all that stuff, you couldn't grab. So like, I know that it's situations like that actually do happen. That don't mean that the girl couldn't afford her rent, and she better than me, because if I know that you didn't like me, I would have been moving sooner than what the hell what she was ready to move. Somebody said that something about her, she stayed from house to house to house. Since I've been watching her, I think she moved twice, and I think this is 2. Like, I think she moved twice since I've been watching her. I've been watching her about 2 or 3 years, y'all. I think it's been about 2 or 3 years. So I can only recollect her moving like once or twice. I think she moved from Colorado to Vegas. And I think when she moved to Vegas, she stayed in the house. She could have moved like again. Yeah, she did move again in Vegas. But it's not like every other month. It ain't like some of these YouTubers that I be seeing. And they really do be moving every other motherfucking month. It ain't like that. She don't be moving like that. And what people that don't do YouTube fail to realize, because I can't just sit here and say the YouTubers that move every other month and move every 2 or 3 months, I'm not even gonna sit here and say that it's just because they can't afford the rent, because YouTube can pay you. Like, YouTube will and can pay you if you had a right, if you have everything in line. Like, you can make some decent money on YouTube. So I think that these people that's just moving every other month, I don't think they're just moving every other month because they can't afford it. What you have to understand is people have leaked out Chrissy's address. So a person on the same caliber as Chrissy or bigger than Chrissy, hell, they leak out Jasmine's address. So somebody here and there, why don't y'all think that these people don't be leaking folks' addresses and people be finding out where they be staying and they just move because somebody found out where they stay? It really could just be that, because some folks are really just crazy, like the people that sit up and make reaction videos on people just to talk shit about them. Another thing I want to talk about, and I don't know Chrissy, I don't talk to Chrissy, I don't Snapchat her. Like, I snap her like certain stuff, like an apple's cute or a baby's cute or a kid's cute or a horse and stuff like that, and she say thank you, and we have like a conversation like that. But I don't talk to her like she talked to Jasmine. Like, Jasmine more than likely know her business, she know Jasmine's business. Like, they converse and talk like that. They have got cool and built a bond like that. So, and that's just, and she could be cool with more people than that on YouTube. That's just who I know that she has a relationship with. So I don't talk to her like that. I just actually like her channel, and I'm not gonna stunt. At first, I didn't think I was gonna like her channel, and then I just started watching her, and she got more relatable as I watched her. I was like, dude, she cool as hell. Okay, I see why Jasmine be having her thing in her description, and I've been watching up since they had each other like channels in their description links. Like, that's how long I've been watching like Chrissy. What else was I gonna say? Another topic that I seen y'all talking about is the fact of it not being good for the kids to move from state to state to state to state. Texas is a good ass place to stay. Like, Chrissy doing better than me staying in fucking Vegas, because ain't no fucking way in hell I would have moved to Vegas. I would have moved to Vegas to the first motherfucking place, to be honest with you. Like, she doing better than me, because Vegas is not cheap to stay in. Well, it's alright. It's just not, it's just more so like a party scene to me in Vegas than like to raise your kids. But I still think that Vegas, I don't think nothing was wrong with her moving there, just because I don't see nothing wrong with moving kids every few years just because they get to learn different stuff. I think it's better for people to actually take their kids out of country and let them experience whole different cultures of living. So I don't have nothing to say about somebody moving state to state, state to state. Like, nothing's wrong with that. But Texas, I was going to move to Texas. Jay don't want to move to Texas. Our next best state to move to was going to be Georgia. And like, I have a whole custody case going on, a whole case going on, where if I move, it's going to mess up that case. Like, so between Jay don't want to go to Texas. He will, depending on where it's in Texas, but he don't want to just stay in Texas. And plus, somebody there that he don't like live in Texas. So yeah, but I had wanted to go to Texas because I know you can find a job like this. You can find an at-home job. You can find, not saying Arkansas don't have nothing like that, but Arkansas is way slower than any state around us. Like, so I was looking into moving to Texas because it ain't that far. It's just a hop, skipping away to come back home if I ever want to come see somebody, visit somebody, miss somebody. But if y'all don't know, my mama passed, so I really don't be having nobody that I be coming trying to see. The only person that I really just mess with like that in my family is my uncle. And I don't really mess with him like that because my uncle works like 2 jobs, so he be busy. So, I mean, I really don't have no reason other than my kids to be in the state of Arkansas, and I understand. Jay agreed on Georgia or Florida, and I feel like Florida's too far a drive. Georgia's almost a too far a drive to me too. But nothing's wrong with Texas. For the price that we paying in rent for where we stay at now, y'all, if we stayed in Texas, and mind y'all, we stay in an apartment over here, but for what we're paying to stay here, if we stayed in Texas, we would have a whole 4-5 bedroom house. If we stayed in Georgia, we'd have a 5-6 bedroom house for the amount of rent that we're paying here. Like, it's fucking ridiculous in Arkansas. So I don't see nothing wrong with that. That don't mean, to me, that don't mean that you're unstable. It just means that you was ready to move. Like, as long as our kids are fed, clothed, and in school, and right now ain't nobody in school, so right now it's really the fucking perfect time to fucking move from state to state, to be honest with you. But as long as the kids are fed and clothed, in which they are, she's not abusing them. I don't ever see her kids with black eyes. I don't ever see the kids like they scared to come in her room because she been snapping at them all day. Like, I don't see that from her. So yeah. What was it? She was moving to Texas because of her husband. Bitch, that's her husband. Like, I know that she came on camera and sat here and said that she didn't move for her husband. But bitch, if you did, you can, because that's your whole goddamn husband out here. That's your whole husband and your whole goddamn baby daddy. So if she did decide to get back with her husband, even though he did some fugazi ass shit to me, if she decided to get back with her husband, she can do that. Like, your vows say for better or for worse. So if she decided to get back with him, I'm not saying that she should, not saying that I would agree with it, but it's her fucking life to live. So if she did go back for her fucking husband, what's wrong with that? Like y'all make this shit make sense. Her husband left her pregnant. From what I'm understanding, he really don't call to talk to the kids. He left her by herself to move. Took her money out her account, basically robbed her. And that's just from what I remember, certain things that she said about the whole little thing. So if she was to take him back and they try to work through it, she take him back, and let's just say that she put a security lock on her account and they didn't do joint account, he didn't have the codes and stuff like that to the account, and they was gonna really try to slowly work that in there because her kids know him. She got 3 kids with the man. Like, I'm just saying, sometimes people just get back with people. I personally feel like it would be her settling, but at the end of the day, it's still her goddamn husband. So if she wanted to make it work, like, she can make it work. I feel like he was wrong for some shit, and some shit is just unforgivable. I could not fucking imagine having a fucking baby by a man and you're not even fucking there for the fucking baby. Now, if everything is for the cameras and everything was fake, which I don't think she's a fake person, then that'll be her thing. It'll make perfect sense. So why? This and that and the third, why they got back together, because maybe he was this and maybe he was that. We don't know nothing but what the fuck she really tells us or what she do say on camera. Somebody was, a reactor was talking about some, where the other kids' grandparents at, and uncles and aunts and this and that. Y'all, did y'all not just hear me sit here and say that I was born and raised in Arkansas? If I didn't say that I was born and raised in Arkansas, and if I needed something, I had maybe 2 to 3 people that I can call. And for what I be needing, they can Western Union me that, they can Green Dot me that, they can Skype that to me. Like, I'm just saying, like, I'm doing stuff by myself. Just because people are at home with their family or in the state with their family, or because kids have grandparents, does not mean those grandparents fuck with them. I have 2 sets of kids that grandparents didn't do shit with them. My oldest 2 kids, grandmother wanted my kids like from me. She didn't like me. She didn't want to just be a grandmother and like, hey, how you doing? She wanted to basically raise my kids with her demonic ass. And that's exactly what the hell she got, because I know my baby daddy don't have them. He don't have them like he should. And he have a whole wife. So it's no reason why these kids can't be at home, but instead they're always at their grandma's house because their grandma want them. And that's exactly what she want to raise a little girl because she never had a little girl, which, bitch, why don't you just adopt? Like, you don't even like black people, so what are you raising these kids? Think they're biracial? But anyway, she, instead of, because she don't like black people, so she didn't like my kids' grandmother, my oldest kids' grandmother, do not like black people. So instead of asking me like, hey, can I get them this day, can I get them that day, blah 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 this, blah 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 that, she like to sit here and talk shit to me, talk shit about me, and wonder why the fuck I don't fuck with her. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and fuck with you, and I'm not gonna sit here, if I don't fuck with you, you don't respect me, you don't like me. I can imagine what the hell you telling my kids, in which they tell my kids all kinds of shit, like how I belong in jail, and how I'm not shit, this, that, and third. Like, my kids come back and tell me what the fuck these fucks say about me. So it's not even like even though I don't like these motherfuckers, I'm not gonna sit here and tell them your grandmother is this, and your step granddad is this, whether I like them or not. Because why? Like, why not let them get older and see that shit themselves? But like I said, she had a whole problem with just asking because she get the goddamn kids. Which, if you wasn't talking shit about me, if you're not being a bitch at the moment, I don't fucking give a fuck, because I was raised up and I grew up around my grandparents with my grandmother. So, a matter of fact, I grew up with both my grandmoms. So why would I want to take my kids from my grandma? That just doesn't even make logical sense unless it was an issue, unless it was a problem back then, right? Okay, I digress. And then also too, I want to sit here and say this, because she don't just come out and say that her baby daddy, or what, her baby daddy slash husband, or oh, but because whatever he is, like, she don't just sit here and say that he's a mama's boy. I think she said it like once or twice, or she kind of like went around it. But my oldest kid's dad, that's kind of what the fuck he is. So if he will go back and tell the grandma, hey, this, that, and the third, or she didn't do this, and she's doing this, just making up some shit at the side of their motherfucking neck that don't even sound like it makes sense. Like, some parents are gonna side with their kid and be like, I ain't fucking with you, and I ain't fucking with them, cause I'm not fucking with them because I don't like you. Bitch, you taking your anger out at me from some shit that you don't even know if I really did or not. And most people are not gonna question if their kid telling the truth or not. They're just going to believe them, no matter how dumb they sound, because that's their child. My mama had common sense. My mom was like, DJ, I know blah 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 this, blah 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 that. Like, you ain't telling me that. It's more than just your side of the story. Until my mama seen for herself what actually be going on, seen us arguing, seen why we're arguing, see why he mad, and seen text. Like, she had to see proof of this and that, not just hearsay. Like, not just my side of the story, but she wanted to know everybody's side of the story. My mom was neutral in it. Some people parents are not neutral. Some people parents just, my son said this, and I'm gonna believe that, and you're a bitch, and fuck you, and this, that, and third. Like, my baby dad have told me that he told his mama this and told his mom that, told his mom all kinds of shit that I supposedly said, and he was like, well, I just was mad at you, and I knew if I told her the truth, she was gonna side with you. Like, he have actually sat here and came out and said dumb ass shit like that. So that could be why it could not even be the fact that she's not letting her kids go over there. They could just be sorry as fuck. Jaxon and Julian, for instance. When their daddy side, mind y'all, now my mama passed and my daddy ain't shit. He just a straight up alcoholic. I don't even see the point of, he's just a low vibrational person and a waste of life. So I wouldn't even send my kids over there. Around him anyway. And they don't like white people at all. Like, not saying my daddy don't, but my grandma, she don't fucking like white people at all. She will be fake with them and kiss their ass and shit like that, because she used to, back in the day of slavery, have to be nice and be in that yes I master shit or whatever. But like, my baby daddy and his mama and sat here and called them all kinds of porch monkeys and some more shit. So like, you're being nice to kiss somebody's ass that thinks you was a porch monkey. So I just wouldn't send my kids over there, because y'all don't even like white people at all. And like I understand why, because my grandma was old enough around slavery, because slavery just stopped like 6 years ago, not 6, but 60 years ago. My grandma is like in her 70s, if not 80s, so I do understand why she really don't like white people. Not saying it's right, but I understand it. And everybody got some type of family that don't like another race for whatever reason. Then you have Jaxon and Julian. Let me see what if they stop it, because that's where I probably edit it. Okay, so then I have Jaxon and Julian. My mama passed. My daddy can't even watch himself, let alone the kid. Jaxon and Julian have a whole granddaddy. They have a whole grandma on their side. You think they call and text and send a smoke signal to get them? No. So why should I sit here and be like, hey, do you want to see, like, that's your fucking grandkid. Like, these are 2 of your grandkids that you don't fucking see. And they whole excuse be, well, you know, such and such kid over here, mama don't do this and they mama don't do that, and I feel bad for, you know, the particular grandchild, and you know, her mama just really not this and her mama just really not that, and I just feel, you know, bad for her and blah 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 this. That don't mean neglect the other one. Jay have a whole sister. You think that she have a problem with them watching the little boy ever? No. She needs to go to work. She got something that she got to do. She has help with her son. Jay don't have it. I don't have that. So just because y'all don't see someone let their kids go with their grandparents, it might not be because they're just not letting their kids go with their grandparents. Their grandparents might not send a simple fucking text like, hey, dude, I haven't seen such and such in about a month or two. Like, I want to take my... Like, grandparents are not like they used to be. Grandparents do not take kids out on vacation with them. Like, when I was a kid, my grandma on my daddy's side, she took me out on vacations with her. She took me to Cali. My grandma took me to Florida. Like, she took me state to state. She took me to Disney. My grandma did all of that shit as I was a kid. When I was a kid, until my sister came around, but that was a whole nother story. So, like, grandparents these days don't just be like, hey, bring such and such by. They don't look forward to seeing their grandkids. It'd be like, oh, shit, you here, I gotta watch you, blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that. Jaxon and Julian is 3. Julian has never spent the night over his grandparents' house on his daddy's side. Not one time. Jaxon has never spent the night over his grandparents' house. Not one time. No, I take the lie back. Julian spent the night at his grandparents' house out of 3 years, one time. Once. Jaxon, never. Mind you now, they have a whole little cousin, or a whole cousin, because Julian and Jay's nephew are like a month apart. That be over there 24/8. Mind you now, this person, Jay's sister got help from her parents, and Jay's sister got help from the baby daddy parents. So, I mean, it's wiggle room in there for it not to be out on them, but they still keep their grandchild because that's their daughter child and because they like their grandchild. I feel like, anyway, I'm not even gonna get into all of that Pacific or whatever. Like, if this a live video and I'm chatting with y'all, I'll talk to y'all about it. But it's not necessarily that she just keeps her kids away from their grandparents. It can be a lot of backstory or a lot of backdrop or a lot of reason of why someone is not letting I'm not even gonna say not letting them, why y'all don't see these kids going with their aunts and their uncles and this and that. Just like Jay's sister. She has not one time, well, she came and got Julian once to take him to a family gathering. One time. Her other niece and nephew, she get them, they can spend a night, they can come chill at her house, they can do whatever, they having a whole motherfucking kickback over there before and after she had her son. So y'all just don't like my kids, and I guess I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Y'all like my kids, but y'all don't fuck with my kids because Jay mama said some real foul ass shit about my damn dead mother. So when you talk shit about someone's dead mother, I tend not to like you and I quit fucking with her. Like, I don't text, I don't send a smoke signal, I just don't fuck with you. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and disrespect someone's mother because that's still my husband's mother, but I'm not gonna fuck with you. Like, I feel like if somebody dead that you have never met, they off limits. That's just common goddamn sense. Like, and I just feel like that's common fucking sense. I'm not gonna sit here and say shit about, for whatever reason, I'm not gonna sit here and say shit about nobody dead. So at that moment, at that point, I just quit fucking with J people all together. J mama all together, and that's just how it is. But to me, that does not negate of why you need to. Also, Jay's sister was on Snapchat or whatever in the family group calling me all kinds of bitches and this, that, and the third, but wouldn't say the shit to my face. So I just don't fuck with that side of his family. Like, if y'all text Jay or text whoever and want to get them, that's cool. But what I'm not gonna sit here and do is whenever y'all get this little girl, it's the only time y'all want to get these boys. Like, that doesn't even make no motherfucking sense, because this little girl can be with her mama for months at a time, or this little girl have lived with Jay parents for months at a goddamn time. I don't want nobody to. I actually be missing my kids, so I wouldn't want them to live there. But yeah. But y'all kind of get the drift of what the hell I'm saying. So yeah, it's not necessarily, it's not always as it seems. It's not always like, oh, well, they got an aunt, uncle, cousins, and blah, blah, blah this. Jay family and my family got kids, and they kids get on their goddamn nerves. Like, if it was at dire need, like, I do know I have a cousin-in-law that will sit here and give my boys if it was, like, in dire need. I know she will. But she also have kids of her own. So people sometimes don't have help, and people sometimes don't have help financially, and some people don't have help, like, just if you need a break from your kids. Some people don't even have help with that. Like I said, grandparents are not what they used to be. Aunts and uncles are not what they used to be. Or they pick and choose with kids. They do want to mess with them, with kids they don't want to mess with. And that's just the real tea, sis. Like, I don't know how y'all can sit here and talk about somebody so bad and y'all don't know her story. Because if I wasn't talking about this topic, I wouldn't have sat here and came on the camera and sat here and said, oh, well, yeah, this side of the family don't do this for my boys, and that side of the family don't do this for my boys, or they don't do this and they don't do that. She just haven't talked about them, and I wouldn't sit here and talk about them. But by the time my channel get big, this ain't even gonna be like one of the main story times of my thing. But that's why I say I can relate to Chrissy, just because you never know what's really going on, and some people don't like to. They like to keep something to themselves, or they're not gonna want to come on camera and be like, their kids to see, damn, my grandma really don't want to mess with me. Like, cause Chrissy kids are old enough to actually watch her channel, so it's not even like, you know, it's just her talking to an adult audience, or she got an adult thing or whatever. So I could get why if that is the case with her, not saying that is the case with her, she could be like, you know what, I don't want my kids around you for whatever reason. These grandparents, aunts and uncles could be on drugs. These aunts and uncles could be too busy. These grandparents could be actually still working nowadays. Like, it's a lot of different variables that can go in of why other people are not helping her with those kids. That don't necessarily mean that she's not letting them help. Get that clear. Like, I don't even understand I don't even understand that. But anyway, this video wasn't to bash her. This was just the stuff that I can think of, that I see reactors talking about. Well, why she don't do this, and why she don't do that, and she blah 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 this, and she blah 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 that. Like, y'all get the fuck off that girl neck and get her damn tens, nigga. That don't even make no goddamn sense. But yeah, this is the video. I gotta go, y'all. So see you guys later.